Again, he was out there running around today, so we'll see where he is, this weekend. But I feel good about it. I really do. So, again, you know how these things go. Again, I'll get with our medical staff and see exactly where he is before, we say one way or the other.
What have you seen from Austin Ryder since he's been here? And is he an option to start at center for you this week?
There's a chance. We can do a lot of different things, as we get down to the end of the week. But he's done a good job. He's a guy that's played center, knows how to play the position. And I think he's done a good job since he's been here. So, again, I haven't made any decisions, just exactly which way we're going. But there's a chance he could play.
Are you getting what you need from Tremont Williams?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's played well when he's played. Obviously, he has the shoulder, the AC situation. So, but I think Tremont, I think all of our veteran guys have done a good job thus far.
How does Jay run his offense relative to his young coordinator? Is he calling the plays and McVay's just assisting him along the lines of you and Pep, or how do you imagine they're working?
I don't. If I know Jay, he's heavily involved. Because he's one of the best at what he does. So I would think Jay has a lot of influence. I don't know that he's calling the plays. I don't know that. I know that the jobs that we do is very demanding. So sometimes you got to make sure you have somebody you trust. And I'm sure that's the relationship he has with McVay. So, again, Jay's good at what he does, and he'll, if he's not calling them, he has a heavy influence on exactly what they're doing.
I don't know if you call him pass happy, but he does pass more than 90% of the
Oh, he likes to throw the ball. There's no question about that. He understands the passing game extremely well, and he puts his players in position to succeed. So, that's his background. He's done a good job that way.
Did you know him real well before you went back to Cincinnati?
No, I knew of him. I've worked with his brother before, with John, and so I knew John extremely well, but met him, personally when I went to go coach in Cincinnati. And obviously he did a great job there, which led to him getting the Redskins job. So he's a real good coach, and he knows what he's doing, and he knows offense as well as anybody that I know.
What makes Josh Norman a special defender?
I think he's very competitive. He's long, he's sudden, he's quick. And he likes to play, So, I don't think he likes when people catches the ball on him. So he's one of the best cornerbacks in this league, and he knows how to take receivers out of the game. So it'd be a good challenge for us.
You had talked Sunday about Terrell being emotional on the field and having to control that hot head, I think he used. Josh Norman is known for getting under people's skin. You talk to Terrell about that a little bit?
No, I haven't. I think Terrell understands that, we have to do what's best for our team. We can't get into any personal battles. It's not about Terrell Pryor and Josh Norman. It's really about, the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. And so that's what we've talked about as a team, and it's not about any of those other personal matchups. So I think Terrell will do what's right. I think our whole team will, and that's what I expect our guys to do.
Is there any rehab that McConnell's going through, or is it just a matter of healing?
I think, there's rehab, obviously. There's things to do, but I think, we'll know more about it as he gets, more checkups and those type of things. So I think we're close to getting some more information about exactly where he is, and we'll kind of go from there.
Last year, after the Browns cut Terrell, and he was just kind of out on the street, but he had already tried to make the transition to wide receiver. Did you give any thought when you were down there to bringing him on to the Bengals?
Very honestly, I did. But my thought of bringing him on is when Andy got hurt. But he was already back here. So it was a week. If I'm not mistaken, it was a week after Andy got hurt his hand, and they signed him back here. And I was like, oh, my gosh, because I did. I know Terrell, and I thought at that time if he was available, he could have come and helped us. But that didn't work out that way.
Curiosity then, knowing him the way that you do, after he had already kind of worked out at receiver and showed some flashes, why didn't you bring him onto the team as a receiver?
In Cincinnati? Because we never had him there as a receiver. We only had him there as a quarterback. And at that time, I knew that's what he truly wanted to do. And I didn't feel very comfortable asking the guy that was his dream, you know, will you switch positions and go play? So I thought the best thing for us to do at that time was to let him go chase his dream, which was trying to play quarterback. I never knew that he truly was going to make the decision to switch over and play receiver. So, you know, obviously it worked out where, you know, we've gotten a chance to bond again that way.
But I mean, after the Browns cut him as a receiver, and he was just kind of hanging out, and nobody thought that apparently no one thought that he could do what he's doing now.
Right.
Just wondering why, you know, maybe you or no one else really thought to pick him up.
Well, I think for me personally, I just think I didn't know where he was in that process, you know, in playing receiver, you know, and so on that team at that time, we had guys who played the position and knew how to do it. So I didn't know how far along he was or not at that time.
Hugh, when you took him on your wing in your training camp here, certainly you saw the multi-use potential. Would that have occurred if Robert or McCown would be playing quarterback this
Oh,
season?
yeah. All those things have been practiced.
I know.
Yeah.
Didn't see him in the game.
Well, didn't need him at that time. You know, it was too early. I mean, again, I needed to find out some other things about other people. What we're doing, eventually our offense I don't think we've even played our offense yet, to be very honest with everybody. I've said that from day one. We normally don't huddle. So I don't know that we've had truly one snap of the offense that I envision for a football team, because we've been playing with different quarterbacks, you know, as we've gone through this. So I think you guys all know that from week to week, we've had to do what we had to do to put an offense out there. So my disappointment is we haven't played the way I think we can play yet, because I don't think we've even come close to being the offense that I want us to be. So I think hopefully in the future, as we get some continuity here and some people can stay healthy and we get some people back, we can start being what I envision us being on offense.
Did you say, I didn't hear you, that normally you don't huddle?
No, we don't. We're a team that don't huddle,
Why is that the way to go?
because I think it gives us an advantage. I think it puts the defense on their heels a little bit and makes the defensive coordinator play in a different style and a different fashion. But we haven't been able to do that thus far.
You need a better quarterback.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. No, I think when you're changing so much, you know, I think you can't, it's easier to do a few things and try to do those things well as opposed to doing a whole bunch of things. So hopefully here soon we'll get to be who we can be, you know, as we move forward.